No. Wait. I'm right. You're always wrong.
Come on, man. What you mean?
Steph Curry, really?
You really think the Warriors are gonna have a super team again?
LeBron James better than Jordan? Come on, man.
Rodgers taking Green Bay to the Super Bowl?
You're listening to the Undefeated. Man, is it good to be back. Today, we got plenty to talk about. We got Kyrie wanting out of Cleveland. We got Melo wanting out of New York. We got Super Bowl talk. And, oh yeah, we got Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. And that's what we're going to start off with today. So, to my guy Mario, who do you got winning this fight?
See, I think Floyd Mayweather is going to win this fight for many reasons. One, he has 40 years of experience of boxing, give or take. This dude's been boxing his whole entire life. And then McGregor's going to try to step in the ring against him. Unexperienced boxer. I'll give him this. He's a good UFC fighter, but boxing's a whole different ball game. He's not going to be able to take down or kick or choke somebody out or whatever he's used to. And also, UFC gloves are not as nearly as heavy as boxing gloves, so he has to factor that in. But I think it's going to be a good fight, but I think I'm going with my boy Floyd after this one.
I'm going to have to agree. I think Floyd Mayweather is honestly going to dominate this fight. This fight, to me, is going to be very boring to the viewers. People, to me, are going to be wasting $100 on pay-per-view for this fight, or they're going to go to theaters because now they're going to be screening them in that. I think it's just going to be a complete waste of time for most people. It's going to be worse than the Big Three League. That's more physical than this fight's going to be. Honestly, McGregor has no idea what he's going to be doing. Mayweather is too smart of a boxer to lose this fight. He's quick. He knows what to do in a boxing ring, unlike McGregor. Floyd's hardest fight was against Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar did have the chance to beat him, but somehow Mayweather found a way to win that fight by decision. So if McGregor even has a chance, it's going to have to be a one-punch shot, knocking out old Floyd Mayweather, and that's about it.
See, also, people compare this fight to they're comparing the fight to the Manny Pacquiao versus Mayweather fight. See, I feel like that's not going to be like that because, no offense to McGregor, Manny Pacquiao is a better boxer than him.
Honestly, McGregor's he's not good enough to be in boxing. It's a whole different sport when you're going from UFC to boxing. And that's the thing McGregor and McGregor fans have to understand. I don't get why, if you're in the U.S., a lot of U.S. fans are sitting here going for McGregor. I get it that you want to see Mayweather go down and take his first loss in his career, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
You know, people say what Mayweather's 49-0, but what most people don't know is he beat up the Big Show. That dude's 7 feet tall. He got knocked out by him.
He did, but that's WWE. It could be planned ahead. So
yeah, but also this is a thing though. If the tables were turned, if McGregor was in his domain where he's comfortable at, if he was getting in the octagon against Mayweather, I would go for McGregor all the way.
I have no doubt Mayweather would be knocked out in minutes inside the octagon. Mayweather has no business being in there. That is why it's a boxing match.
Yeah, but you also got to think this. I feel like Mayweather's gonna win, but I feel like he was a little scared at first because McGregor's been wanting to fight him for so long. McGregor said he would do anything to get this fight to go. He doesn't care how much the money is. He said he just wants to shut Mayweather up.
I agree, but some people think these conferences, on these press conferences, some people think maybe McGregor got in Mayweather's head. Honestly, to me, I don't think no one can get inside Mayweather's head. He's too good of a boxer.
Yeah, he may be the cockiest dude ever, but hey, he's 49-0 for a reason. So,
and unfortunately, I just think Mayweather's doing this for the money. In the press conferences, he was throwing up $100 bills. It's just
throw some $100 bills my way. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I'm probably not gonna. pay $100 to watch the fight, but I think it's going to be a pretty decent fight. I think it's going to be a little bit better than the Pacquiao fight with him, but
no, there's no chance for that. There's no chance for that because McGregor has no idea what he's doing in the ring, unlike Pacquiao. And when people thought Mayweather was going to be a good fight, it ended up being a horrible fight because all Mayweather was doing is playing defense.
Yeah, but he's a defensive boxer. That's how he wins. He lets you throw the first move, then he strikes off of He strikes off of that. That's what makes him a good boxer to me, honestly.
But that's what's gonna make it boring because McGregor has no idea what he's doing.
But you gotta think nobody wants to lose, so he's not gonna just go out there guns blazing and then get knocked out right away. He's gonna wait and then he's gonna wait for his time to strike. Boxing's more of a strategy sport than
that's why McGregor, his only chance to win is a puncher's chance. The only way he's gonna win is if he lands at least 3 punches on Mayweather, because Mayweather, like we just said, is a defensive boxer. He's not gonna get beat super easily. It's only gonna be if McGregor hits a lucky punch on Mayweather's head.
See, I feel like this is what, honestly, if McGregor wants to win, I feel like he honestly just has to go out there quick. Like you said, he has to quickly just set the match to his pace. He's probably going to be he's only used to maybe at most 2 to 3 rounds, so he's not going to be ready for it if it goes past 3 or 4 rounds. So he's going to be a little sluggish and all that. But like once again, like you said, if McGregor establishes the pace, sets the match at his pace, gets Mayweather throwing crazy punches, I feel like he maybe has a chance, but honestly, that is probably a slim chance that will happen.
See, and that's the thing is, since Mayweather is a defensive fighter, all he's going to do is just try to tire out Conor McGregor. And with 12 rounds in boxing, McGregor's not going to be used to that. He has to hold on to heavier gloves. He has to play offensively, which is what Mayweather wants opponents to do, and that's just going to tire out McGregor. And eventually, somewhere around the 10th round, Mayweather may have his shot to knock out McGregor. I don't think Mayweather has nearly the enough power to knock out someone like McGregor, who is from the UFC, but eventually McGregor's going to get tired and Mayweather's going to win the decision in the end. So, bottom line, we both think Mayweather's going to win this fight by decision, and to me, I don't think it's going to be a very good fight, but it could end out to be one of the greatest fights we've ever seen. And thanks to Dana White for setting this fight up, which nobody thought. Honestly, I didn't think he could get this set up, but it'll definitely get them a lot of money for it.
I would recommend not wasting your money. So,
all right. So next up, we're gonna be talking about Cam Newton and how he thinks he can be an all-time great quarterback like Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. He says he put on this number 1 jersey in the NFL because if we remember at Auburn, he wore the number 2, and there was a reason for that. And now he wears the number 1 in the NFL because he believes he is a number 1 quarterback in the NFL. So let's go ahead and talk about that and see what kind of views we can get out of this.
See, me personally, I don't believe Cam Newton has what it takes to be a Brady or a Rodgers or a Breeze or any of those quarterbacks because he doesn't have the organization or coach like Brady does or Rodgers does or etc. Like Cam Newton, I'm not throwing shade at Cam Newton at all. He's a hell of a player, but he doesn't have the team. He doesn't have no organization. He is literally basically on the team by himself. I think if he left Carolina or something, then he would maybe be able to excel past 2 playoff experiences.
The thing is with Cam Newton, though, is he says he's an all-time great, but all-time great quarterbacks, if we look at history, never run. They never do. The best running Super Bowl quarterback we had was Steve Young. And yeah, he didn't run that much. He just ran when he had to. And so that's a problem with Cam Newton. He's going to run. He's going to get himself injured eventually in the NFL. He has a big body stature, but that doesn't mean anything. I can guarantee you James Harrison can lay him out cold. So that's the issue.
Yeah, basically for him to stop running, he just needs to go to a team with a better offensive line.
Oh, no. Carolina has one of the better offensive lines.
But then there's no reason for him to be running that much.
It's because he wants to run. He just went on a press conference this last week saying against his own coaches that he wants them to call running plays for him. It's like Cam Newton's asking to be injured.
I think he literally just wants to be a one-man team so he can be considered a great quarterback. So he can say that he's the best quarterback to do throwing and running. But that's not how you do the league. That's not how you do NFL. You will get hurt, like you said, if you continue to run. All it takes is one bad cut, one big hit. You're done.
And like that's the issue is Cam needs to think of the saying like there's no I in team. He needs to put the team first. The reason why they drafted Christian McCaffrey is to loosen up Cam Newton from running the ball so much and to give Christian McCaffrey some carries and the running back some more carries. And bottom line is Cam Newton needs to fix his attitude. He needs to put the team first. I mean, if we look at Aaron Rodgers, Cam Newton's nowhere near him. Aaron Rodgers has only 2 TDs less than Cam Newton in his first 7 seasons. And let's just say that Aaron Rodgers only played 7 games in the first 3 seasons. Tell me that's not a way better quarterback than Cam Newton. Cam Newton was a first-round draft pick starting right off the bat, and he only has 2 more passing TDs than Aaron Rodgers.
Also, but you got to think this. Aaron Rodgers actually does run sometimes when he has to also.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers only does it when he's smart. Aaron Rodgers is not like, hey, McCarthy, give me some running plays so I can go get myself injured.
I guess.
Cam Newton. Oh, man. Cam. I got to say, he's an amazing quarterback. Cam Newton is a talent like we've never seen before at the quarterback position, but he got to get away from this running. If he wants to be an all-time great, he has to be consistent on passes. To be honest, he's not consistent.
All right, so do you think Cam Newton can become an all-time great while he's still at Carolina, though?
No. Carolina's not that good of a football team. If you want to become an all-time great, you got to build an offense like Rodgers or Brady. I mean, I'm not saying that's the reason why they're in the all-time great Mount Rushmore heads of football, but hey, they got the wide receivers. They got the coaches. Cam Newton, he really just has not proved anything.
See, but also, I feel like, I mean, I'm going to kind of back Cam real quick, but you got to think, compared to the Packers and the Patriots, the Panthers aren't really that good, like you said. Like, they don't have the wide receivers. They don't have the defenses. They don't have the coaches. They don't have the front office. They're compared to those teams, they're definitely not as good. So that also can go into factor, like yeah,
but I mean, if you're a quarterback, you're a quarterback. Let's go back to Rodgers. Rodgers is consistently throughout his 7 years over a QBR of 100. He is the greatest quarterback of all time with QBR right now. He has 122.5. Rodgers has a Super Bowl title. He has a Super Bowl MVP, and he at least has the least amount of interceptions by any QB at 1% rate. Rodgers is, if Cam Newton wants to put himself in a conversation with Rodgers and Brady, he has to step it up. That is plain and simple, and he has to stop running. But, I mean, Rodgers, he has 2 NFL MVPs, once in 2011 and once in 2014. And I see Cam Newton ever getting to that level of what Rodgers is at right now? No, I don't. I don't think in this league today we can have a running NFL quarterback ever win a Super Bowl. He came close against the Broncos, but no. Cam Newton will never be an all-time great like Rodgers or Brady.
All right, well, next up, we're going to move on from that. Where do you think Kirk Cousins should go?
Well, I mean, this story develops because the Washington Redskins are not signing Kirk Cousins to a franchise deal, and now
which is absolutely stupid to me personally.
I mean, it can be stupid, but then again, is Kirk Cousins the guy you want for the rest of your?
All right, okay. Kirk Cousins, okay, yeah, he's obviously not the number 3 pick even, but for what the Redskins got, Kirk Cousins is good. Because you got to think. Who are the free agents right now that are better than Kirk Cousins, or who wants to go to the Redskins and actually play? Kirk Cousins is actually a decent quarterback to me.
I mean, I have no doubt. I believe the Redskins need to sign him, but I just don't think Kirk Cousins is a franchise type deal football player. They need a quarterback. So it's either you get rid of Kirk Cousins or you keep him. And the only way Kirk Cousins wants to be kept is being on a franchise tag, and I don't believe he's worth that. So I believe Kirk Cousins needs to pack his bags, go somewhere like, to me, honestly, I think the Denver Broncos could be a perfect fit. They have a great organization down there. They have a great offense, one of the best defenses in football. And I just don't believe Simeon or Paxton Lynch is going to be good enough. People say Chad Kelly is really impressed. Honestly, to me, I don't think any of them three are going to be good enough. If you bring in someone like Kirk Cousins, watch out for the Broncos once again.
See, I feel like Kirk Cousins would fit in well at the Bills or the Vikings because you got to think. First, I'm going to start with the Vikings. Teddy Bridgewater, he's been out, give or take, maybe year and a half. No, not a single snap in a year and a half. Okay, yes, he's had a bunch of time to heal up, train, regroup, but he hasn't been playing football for a year and a half. He is going to come off rusty. Kirk Cousins coming off fresh, not the best season ever, but he's played and he did well. I feel like he's
However, though, do you want to take the risk with bringing Kirk Cousins in and not keeping Teddy Bridgewater? Because when Teddy Bridgewater is playing, he's a pretty good quarterback.
Or do you want to take the risk that Teddy, once he gets injured, he's going to play scared and he's not going to be as good as he once was?
I mean, if I had to take a passing quarterback, I'd take Cousins over Bridgewater. But, I mean, Bridgewater does get the job done.
Yeah, but you got to think that the front office isn't going to think, well, he gets the job done. They're going to think, I want a quarterback that can win. He's not injury prone. I'm not saying Teddy Bridgewater's injury prone, but as you know, once you get injured, injuries start reoccurring. But so I feel like I'm not for sure, but I feel like the Bills should really look into getting Kirk Cousins. Like, I mean, yeah, people are probably like, what, Kirk Cousins? But I feel like really because they have the wide receiver core, they have a pretty okay offensive line, they have the running backs, and then the defense is all right too. I feel like Kirk Cousins would fit well there.
I mean, no doubt, we both think Kirk Cousins is a pro level quarterback. Kirk Cousins is, to me, in the top 20 quarterbacks in today's league. I mean, if we just look at the past 2 seasons, Kirk Cousins' QBR is right around 100, which is great. That's what you want in a starting level quarterback. He's passed for 56 touchdowns total in the last 2 seasons. Kirk Cousins is a quarterback you want. I don't think he is worth that franchise tag. So, I mean, I honestly think if he leaves the Redskins, he needs to go to a team that is already built, and I think a team that is already built should look for him. I mean, another option is someone like the now Los Angeles Rams, except for they really don't have anything going, and that's just because Jared Goff, to me, is never going to be very good.
Yeah, they're just really in need of a quarterback, though. I mean, that's all I'd have to say for the Rams.
The Rams, they're horrible. I mean,
yeah, they are.
We all thought Todd Gurley was going to be something special, and now all of a sudden Todd Gurley's nothing.
I mean, okay, his first year, that dude was amazing.
I mean, yeah, I totally agree. I mean, if any of you guys play fantasy football out there, Todd Gurley was a monster in fantasy football. So, honestly, maybe it's their offensive line. I don't know. The Rams need to fix something. They brought in a new coach, who I think is going to be great. They have a decent defense. I mean, I guess if they did bring in someone like Kirk Cousins, maybe they would turn it around. I don't know.
All I gotta say, honestly, about the Rams, though, if you're a Rams fan, wow, how? That's all. How are you a fan? But hey, that's just my opinion on the Rams. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if Cousins went there, maybe Rams would get to the 9-win team. It'd be nice to see the Rams come back.
Kirk Cousins isn't that nice. I'd give him a 7-win.
I mean, because if we could remember the Rams back in the day when they had Kurt Warner, the Rams were amazing.
Yeah, they were.
they beat my Titans in the Super Bowl. So it'd be nice to see the Rams return. That's kind of a long shot to grab Kirk Cousins. But anyway, Kirk Cousins, he's a great quarterback, and I think the Redskins, if they want to and if they want a long-term quarterback, they need to go ahead and sign Kirk Cousins. But if they want to move on from that franchise tag, and then they just need to start rebuilding and try to draft someone at the caliber, to me, like Deshaun Watson. So, bottom line is, this NFL season is going to be great, and I want to get our takes on who is going to win the Super Bowl, because there are multiple odds out there. New England has the best of any team. And honestly, that's where I'm going to take my Super Bowl talents, and that's who I think is going to win, is the New England Patriots, and that is just because talent. They just picked up key roster picks, and they grabbed Brandon Cooks from the New Orleans Saints. In my eyes, a very horrible trade by the Saints. They picked up David Harris, a middle linebacker from the Jets. Patriots already had a Super Bowl caliber team, and they just picked up those two guys and a little bit extra. So now, and with being behind the best coach, the best quarterback in the league, Patriots by far have the best chance to win the Super Bowl.
See me, I feel like this is going to surprise a lot of people. I feel like the Oakland Raiders, yes, the Oakland Raiders have the best chance of beating the Patriots in the AFC Championship. I feel like Derek Carr, yes, he did break his leg, but I feel like before he did that, he was easily one of the best quarterbacks last season to me. He since 2014, this guy has been getting nothing but better. Their defense, give or take, one of the top 5 defenses in NFL's last season, led by Khalil Mack. It gives them a good chance to get into the Super Bowl. They have Amari Cooper, Michael Crabtree, two pretty good assets on the team, and also they got Marshawn Lynch back.
See, but I mean, that's the issue. When we're talking about the Oakland Raiders, is we got to remember they got to run into the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship game. Are they good enough to beat the Patriots?
Yes, they do. To me, honestly, they are. Like, you got to think, last year, before Derek Carr got injured, they were just steamrolling teams. They were not slowing down. They were before Derek Carr got injured, they had a 6-game win streak.
That's the issue. We haven't seen Derek Carr play in the playoffs, though. Tom Brady has great playoff experience.
I guess that's true, but I feel like
every single finger on that ring, every single finger on his hand has a ring. Tom Brady. Hashtag the GOAT. Let's remember. Hashtag the GOAT. Tom Brady. The Patriots know how. The thing is, the Patriots know how to attack the team's best player. If we can recall the Super Bowl last year against the Falcons, they held Julio Jones under 100 yards. Devontae Freeman was only held to 75 rushing yards. Does that not explain anything to you? The Patriots know how to coach. They have the players to win the Super Bowl once again. Yes, it's annoying to see the Patriots back there every single year. Give it up, folks. They're the best team out there. They are.
I guess we'll see when it comes to next season.
Now, okay, so there's the second best Super Bowl odds is the Dallas Cowboys. Are we serious, people? Are we serious? The Cowboys, with 2 sophomore starters on offense who everybody thinks is going to be amazing once again. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, who can't even get his stuff together.
But you also got to think, though, last season, at the start of last season, everybody was going to be like, oh, sophomore quarterback or freshman quarterback, freshman running back, these guys are going to have a horrible season. Guess what? They proved every single person wrong. I'm not saying the Dallas Cowboys.
Dak Prescott didn't prove me wrong. I knew Dak was going to come into the league really good.
See, I'm not saying the Dallas Cowboys have the best shot at beating the Patriots, but I mean, it's a possibility.
Dallas Cowboys won't even make it out of the first round of the playoffs, and they have the second best Super Bowl odd? Are we serious?
I guess, once again, you never know until the season actually starts. Like, you can't even go off preseason, pre-rankings, or nothing. Literally, as soon as the regular season starts and the clock hits 0, whichever team is on top, that's how you know who's going to be the better team this year.
The Dallas Cowboys know how to make the news. We all know they're going to keep on getting guys suspended. I mean, they already have 5 players suspended, including Ezekiel Elliott for the first couple of games. Ezekiel Elliott should be off the team right now. How do you kick off Lucky Whitehead, who robs a store of $40 worth? You kick him off before he can even pass gas. Lucky Whitehead should not be off the Cowboys roster. Jerry Jones has some problems.
Maybe Jerry Jones knows something about Ezekiel Elliott that we don't.
No, it's Jerry Jones just wants to back up the players that actually matter.
I guess, but you got to think that's how any organization is. Whatever players, if the best players on the team get a slap on the wrist, while the scrubs or the person that doesn't really contribute to the team gets the freaking highest penalty.
But isn't that messed up? So, that makes no sense actually, because if we look at it, Randy Gregory, who? How many games has he played? I can't remember, because honestly, Randy Gregory has been suspended for this last year. He's suspended another full year, and he is still on the Cowboys roster because he cannot stay off the weed. Are we serious? And Lucky Whitehead gets cut off the team first and foremost for just stealing $40 from a store? Oh, we have problems in Dallas.
Well, why would you need to steal $40 from a store if you're an NFL athlete?
Yeah, why would you need to steal it? Why would you need to cut him off the team? Or why are you keeping some dude on the team that is suspended for 2 straight years?
Maybe because they trust the process.
No, okay, so what sounds worse? Domestic violence, domestic assault, or stealing $40 from a general grocery store?
I mean, they're all bad, but obviously the domestic violence and junk.
Okay, so then why is Ezekiel Elliott and Irving not off the team, and Lucky Whitehead's is the only one that actually got kicked off?
No clue, man. You got to talk to Jerry Jones about that one.
I don't know. Bottom line is the Cowboys being Super Bowl odd favorites at second place is ridiculous. If they can make it past the Falcons, who have the best offense in football right now, and if they can somehow make it past the best quarterback in football right now, Aaron Rodgers, surprise, surprise, Dallas Cowboys are back. But Cowboys, they're nothing right now. They're nothing. Jerry Jones has a messed up mind. They got to fix something in Dallas. All right, so we're just going to move on from the Super Bowl talk. I'm sick of the Cowboys. I'm sure we will return to the Cowboys anytime soon because something is going to happen in Dallas once again. But now I want to move on to the NBA. Let's move on to Lonzo Ball, who just won the Summer League MVP. And I want to know some takes on, will he continue that performance in the regular league of the NBA season?
See, I think no, but that's just me maybe being biased or something.
There's no way he's going to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of Lonzo, but congratulations on making the NBA. I don't think so because the Summer League, you don't really get to see the true NBA talent or anything. You don't get to play against the elite guards like Kyrie, Russell, and John Wall. Like that, I don't think Lonzo Ball can do what he was doing, put up those numbers in the Summer League or in the regular season like he was in the Summer League because Lonzo's not a very big dude, and also he kind of chickened out against De'Aaron Fox.
I agree. I think Lonzo Ball, he's going to continue his assist rate. He's going to continue that 10 or 11 assists because that's who he is. He's not a scorer. He's a passer. But can he do that in the regular season? I don't know. He doesn't really have a great team. Lakers are not all that great, people.
You don't believe in Showtime?
No. And anybody who thinks the Lakers are going to make the playoffs this season, get over it. They're not. Lakers are not making the playoffs. At best, they'll be 10th seed. Folks, we're thinking the Western Conference. Can the Lakers beat the Trailblazers?
No.
Is Lonzo better than Damian Lillard?
No.
Okay. Because that right there is your 8th seed. They got the Nuggets as 6th seed.
Maybe.
Nuggets are young. They're talented. Oh, yeah. And they picked up Paul Millsap.
Actually, sidebar, I really actually think Timberwolves should be 8 seed instead of the Trailblazers.
I think Timberwolves will be 7 seed. The thing is, Timberwolves, they picked up so much talent. It's going to be their first year all together. So I just don't know how well that chemistry is going to work.
That's true.
They have a great team, though. Tom Thibodeau is building something great there. And, hey, props to them. I hope they do great. But honestly, Lonzo Ball, he can't take Russell Westbrook. He cannot take a Steph Curry. Those guys are in the Western Conference.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. Congrats on winning the NBA MVP of the Summer League, but honestly, that really means nothing. That's like coming second in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, if we look back at Summer League MVP, Tyus Jones. Let me tell you what he averages now in points per game at Timberwolves. 2 points a game. Oh.
Yeah, see, the only way Lonzo, I will the only way Lonzo will make me eat my words is he puts up those numbers how he was doing in the summer league in the regular season against the elite guards. And if he does that, then I'll apologize. Yeah. But until he does that, I'm saying this dude's not. He's only going to average 15 points a game his first season.
Even. I mean, in the summer league, he only averaged 16 points a game. That's horrible.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's a
true.
Summer league.
And that's not even against elite guards like we keep saying. So, I mean, maybe he's just holding back, but if he plans to be, if his dad, let me rephrase that. If his dad says he's good as he is, he better kick it into gear.
I mean, I sure think that Lonzo Ball and LeVar Ball are going to put seats in the Staples Center. They are. They're going to make that place sold out. But the thing is, the Showtime Lakers that everybody knows them as is not Showtime right now. They need to wait another season where they can pick up Paul George and LeBron James.
That brings up a great topic about LeBron James. Where do you think LeBron James should go? Or do you think he should stay in Cleveland?
Funny thing is, man, LeBron needs to get himself out of Cleveland. Cleveland is in a bad state of mind right now. They're actually about to lose Kyrie Irving. Really, I don't want to say it, but LeBron James has been a bad GM there. He wanted all these guys. He spent money on all these guys. And now look where it left him. Cleveland is in a bad state of mind.
Yeah, everybody wants to get out.
They're just, I don't know. It's kind of like when you're rolling down a hill. You start out great, but then sooner or later you start going down very fast. And that is what the Cleveland Cavaliers are doing. Honestly, I think where he needs to go, he needs to take his talents down south. Not South Beach, but he needs to go to San Antonio. Go to the Spurs. He's going to have to take a pay cut. But let me tell you something. He goes join Kawhi Leonard. Who is beating LeBron and Kawhi Leonard? The two best players in the NBA. No one.
And to me, honestly, if he went down to San Antonio, he would have arguably the best coach in NBA right now.
Oh, he's easily the smartest.
Yeah, Greg Popovich is hands down best coach in the NBA. So you got that. You got two superstar defenders.
Yeah.
You got great rookies coming in for San Antonio. San Antonio just basically has all the right equations for LeBron to win a ring and steamroll the Warriors.
Yeah, honestly, Kawhi Leonard, maybe to both of us, but definitely to me, Kawhi Leonard is the defensive player of the year every single year. He should have won it this last year. Everybody knows it. He's a great defensive player. And he at the same time, he averages 25 points a game. Combine that with LeBron James, the best player in the league.
So basically, yes, if you put these two, Kawhi and LeBron are in of themselves are the best team in the NBA.
Yeah,
if they're on the same team. I mean, I don't know how well they're going to play with each other, but...
Oh, they play great. We all know Kawhi Leonard's a nice guy.
He's a quiet guy for sure.
LeBron's going to change his ways. LeBron's not going to continue his little isolation ball with someone like Kawhi Leonard.
You don't need to.
No. And LeBron respects Greg Popovich so much. That's his favorite coach in the NBA. He's going to listen to him. Honestly, the Warriors will have a super team. But you're going to have someone to slow down Kevin Durant. We all seen that in the 2017 playoffs. Kawhi Leonard about beat the Warriors by himself. Kevin Durant could do nothing. Soon as Zaza Pachulia intentionally, yes, I said intentionally, injured Kawhi Leonard, that game was over. So this super duo in San Antonio, if it happens, they're taking down the Warriors. And they're your new super team.
Yeah, if LeBron went to the Spurs, I honestly think there would be no team to stop them. They would, till the semifinals. Obviously, I feel like they would beat every team in 4 games. Easy.
Yeah, I mean it's the way basketball's going today. You have to build a super team.
It sucks. Nobody really wants to see the same teams always in there, but business is business, and you got to do what you got to do to win a ring. Because bottom line, that's all everybody wants to do is win that ring.
Yeah, and honestly, it kind of sucks to watch, but yet NBA basketball viewers, it's gone way up. It's gone way up since this super team was built with Kevin Durant. And now that you add on the Rockets, who added Chris Paul,
And there's talk about getting Melo.
This would be great. Basketball is going to be a very fun season to watch. I think they need to get rid of these conferences when it comes to playoffs, because we already know what's going to happen in the East, right? Especially right now, this year, we already know what's going to happen. Once again, it's going to be the Cavs Warriors probably, unless somehow the Rockets can take down the Warriors.
See, I think the top contender in the East this year is the Celtics to beat the Cavs, because they got Gordon Hayward, they got a great rookie pick, Jason Tatum, and I just feel like they got Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas is, I mean, yes, he's short, but that dude is one hell of a player. They still have Jaylen Brown. They still have Al Horford. These guys are still stacked. And the Cavs, as we mentioned earlier, they're not really all there as a team this year. So it's gonna be a little weird how it plays out this year. But I honestly think this year the Celtics are taking down the Cavs.
I do like the Celtics. However, I just don't think the Celtics are going to be as good as what everybody thinks they're going to be. Sure, Gordon Hayward, he's a great pickup. But is he someone like a Paul George who they could have got? No. He's not. If you grab someone like Paul George for the Celtics, yes, the Celtics, to me, are going to beat the Cavaliers. But with someone like Gordon Hayward, is he really that good? Or do we just perceive him as this good? Gordon Hayward, to me, isn't that great at defense. He can bring you the offense for sure. He's a prolific shooter. Shooting percentage is great. But he ain't no Paul George, who can play both sides of the ball. Jason Tatum? Can he play defense? He did fall in the Summer League to Dennis Smith Jr. Jason Tatum has some question marks about him. Isaiah Thomas, we already know, can't play defense. They have considered the option of shopping him. Send him somewhere else. So, are the Celtics really going to be that good? I don't think so. They got rid of Kelly Olynyk. Yeah, Kelly Olynyk. Sure, not losing him may not seem like a lot. But do we remember Game 7 against the Wizards? Kelly Olynyk saved him there. Kelly Olynyk got him past the Wizards, folks. I'm sorry to say that. So to me, your top contender in the East, they're coming right back. They have their location. They have the coach. They have the owner. Is down in South Beach, the Miami Heat. They're back. They're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Dion Waiters just signed a 4-year contract, around $50 million. We know he can finish teams off. They beat the Super Team Warriors. Who made that last second shot that was nice and famous with the celebration? Dion Waiters. And we got Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside. He's one of the best centers in the league. He has the defense. And he's starting to work on his offensive game. And we all know he can rebound. Miami Heat. They're on the uprise. We just picked up Kelly Olynyk, which I just explained to you how good he can be. Justice Winslow is back. He was injured most of the season last season due to an injury. And we just picked up another great center at Bam Adebayo. So, we got size. Can the Cavs handle it? We got a great coach who's already coached LeBron. Knows what he's about. Can LeBron handle it? I think the Miami Heat are back. Because, I mean, clearly we already see that the Celtics aren't good enough. Either are the Raptors. I don't want anybody saying anything about the Raptors. They're 0-4 against the Cavaliers last season in the playoffs. They got swept. Raptors aren't good enough. And it's time to start realizing that. And all they did was keep the same team. They didn't pick nobody up.
Alright, but yeah, that's the Raptors though. Raptors suck compared to the Cavs. The Celtics have really rebuilt their team basically. They got, like I said earlier, Jason Tatum and Gordon Hayward. Yes, you may not think Gordon Hayward or them are really much of a threat, but I think they have the best chance of beating. They have the best chance of beating the Cavs again
Who's stopping LeBron? Gordon Hayward cannot stop LeBron. Who's stopping LeBron? That's the reason why the Cavs make it to the finals every single year is because of LeBron. Gordon Hayward can't do it. And the Raptors, yeah, you said the Raptors suck, but a lot of people have the Raptors. A lot of people think the Raptors can beat them. Honestly, this last season, who was the team I thought could beat the Cavs was the Wizards. And I just found out Wizards aren't good enough. I like John Wall. I do.
See, to me,
they still have a team.
To me, there's no team good enough besides the Celtics. Yeah, the Heat got Kelly Olynyk, they got Whiteside, but Whiteside can get dunked on. Who's gonna stop LeBron from going through? Who on the Heat is gonna stop LeBron then?
No one on the Heat can stop LeBron.
Exactly.
Nobody in the Eastern Conference can stop LeBron. Your best option is Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks, who in my eyes is gonna be your team on the come up in the East. People gotta watch out for the Bucks. They're young. And to me, they got the next LeBron on their team. If he can become a shooter, Giannis Antetokounmpo will be the best basketball player in the NBA in a couple of years. But let me go back to the Heat. They have a coach. Name a better coach in the Eastern Conference than Eric Spoelstra.
Any coach. If Eric Spoelstra was such a great coach, how come they didn't make the playoffs last year?
They did it because, let's remember, the Brooklyn Nets. Why are we playing our 13th, 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th man on the roster against the Chicago Bulls?
Because they already knew going into the game, even if they played their starters, they were going to lose.
That doesn't matter. The starters are getting paid for a reason.
But the Nets suck in general. It doesn't matter if they would have played their starters. The outcome would have still been the Chicago Bulls coming out on top.
You don't know that.
Probably.
You do not know that.
What was the Nets' record?
It's something beyond horrible, but I don't care. You don't know that. The reason why the Heat did not make playoffs was because the Nets and whoever played the Pacers decided not to play any starters. Then what are they there for? What are they there for? At least play for some pride.
Honestly, I think if the Heat would have made the playoffs, they would have got the same outcome.
But let's remember what the Heat did. Starting 10-31, one of the worst teams in the NBA, all of a sudden, you end up 42-42.
Congratulations. You should have been, if you're such a good team to start out, or you got such a good coach, you wouldn't have started out 10-31 or 10-32.
Well, what team's going to be amazing as soon as you lose LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh all at once? How are you supposed to be good immediately? It takes time. It takes time. That's why I say the Timberwolves, they're not going to be amazing this year. They have one of the best lineups in basketball right now. They're not going to be amazing. I can promise people that. They just haven't played with each other.
But you got to think, Tom Thibodeau and Jimmy Butler have experience playing with each other, so he's already going to fit well with that.
But let's remember Jimmy Butler. He's kind of selfish. He wants ball for himself. Karl-Anthony Towns isn't like that.
Which is why they're going to work great, because Karl-Anthony Towns is going to be passing it a lot to Jimmy Butler.
But the Timberwolves are not. They're not better than Thunder.
I never said they were better than the Thunder, but
Well, that's going to have to be the team that they're going to have to surpass.
You know what? Actually, I am going to say that. Okay, they play each other a total of 4 times. I'm going to say that series is going to probably be about 2-2. I'll give them both 2 wins. I say they're even. Yes, but I say they're even because Westbrook and Paul George are really good.
No, Westbrook is 10 times better. Westbrook's better than half the lineup at Minnesota still. Taj Gibson.
So you're saying Westbrook is way better than Jimmy Butler. Like Jimmy Butler doesn't even compare.
I'm not saying way better, but he's better.
Okay, I know he's better, but okay. So you're saying Paul George, because this is the Thunder. Paul George and Russell Westbrook. That 2 people can beat the Timberwolves. The two people can beat the whole.
Yes, they can.
2 people.
Paul George's going to defend Jimmy Butler.
But like you said though, they haven't played together. This is their first year ever playing together. So how are they not? They're not going to have right off the bat team chemistry.
The thing is, Paul George is almost like another Kevin Durant.
Yeah, just not as good.
Not as good. But Russell knows how to play with that already. Russell's going to be Russell. Let's remember that.
You got to think Russell's not going to be. He's not going to be used to ready. He's not going to be ready to pass the ball to him though.
Oh, I can guarantee you he is. Russell got tired last season of doing all the work. He wanted some help. They got a bench now, too. They got Patrick Patterson, Raymond Felton to back up Russell Westbrook when he needs a break. So that means Russell Westbrook's not going to be just sitting out 30 seconds because when his teammate goes in like they did against the Houston Rockets when they're up by 12 in the playoffs and Russell Westbrook goes out, all of a sudden the Thunder are down. Russell has someone to back him up.
All right, so you're saying out of 4 games versus the Timberwolves, how many games are they going to win?
Thunder will win 3 of those 4.
Wow. I'm saying it's going to be 2-2. I don't think the Thunder are that much better than them because they got Paul George. Like I said, Timberwolves got stacked. Yeah, Thunder got a great pick. But I don't know. I still think it's going to be an even series. So who do you get? So you got
I mean, I don't know. I don't think Timberwolves are going to be as good as what people think they are. That's just like what we were talking about with the Celtics. They're not really going to be that good. Do they have the talent to stop the Cavaliers? If Cavaliers keep Kyrie Irving this year, Cavs are unstoppable again in the East. Like I said, you're on the uprise is the Milwaukee Bucks. Give them time. They're young. They're coming. And they got one of the best basketball players in the league. But for this next season, it has to be the Heat. It has to be. Isaiah Thomas can't play defense. I'm sorry.
But they got 4 other guys to play defense, though.
Who? Jason Tatum, he can't play defense. He's a shooting guard who cannot play defense.
Maybe like he's still young. He can develop and become a defensive player. You can't nobody right off the bat just jumps into a new situation and just become the best at it.
Okay, but then that's what I'm saying. How are Celtics the top contender this next year?
Because the Cavs are falling apart. The Cavs are slacking right now. The Heat are not a threat anymore. Like you said, they lost. The Heat lost all of their players. Yeah, sure. Dion
Waiters is a better player than Gordon Hayward.
No, he
yes,
is not.
He is.
No, he is not.
Yes, he is.
Gordon Hayward made it farther than the Heat did. Gordon Hayward took his team as far as he could go. Gordon Hayward. The Clippers are a better team than the Heat.
Let's
the
remember
Clippers,
the Utah Jazz.
The Clippers are a better team than the Heat, though.
Oh,
the Clippers are a better team than the Heat.
Come on.
The Clippers are a better team than the Heat. Gordon Hayward got him past the Clippers. You really think?
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Let's
No,
remember,
there is no way.
The Utah Jazz had Rudy Gobert, one of the best centers in the league.
Whiteside's not a good center. Whiteside is arguably the best center in the league.
That's what I'm saying. Whiteside is.
But you said Rudy Gobert is you said they have Rudy Gobert. Whiteside's better than Rudy Gobert. Why did they not make the playoffs? Gordon Hayward made it to the quarterfinals.
Well, we think Whiteside's better than Rudy Gobert, but according to the stats and according to a lot of other people, Rudy Gobert is better. I don't agree. You don't agree. We got Whiteside. Thing is, Utah Jazz had a better, I guess, team chemistry than the Miami Heat last year. Miami Heat this year, though, they kept everybody. They picked up Kelly Olynyk. We got Justice Winslow back. Justice Winslow, I can tell you, he can at least body up with LeBron. Justice Winslow's a kind of a big guy.
I guess we'll see when it comes tip-off, but I'm still sticking to the Celtics are going to be the only team to somewhat contest the Cavs this year.
I think the thing that the Celtics have going for him is their head coach. Brad Stevens is a mastermind. He's going to be the next Greg Popovich. But that's the thing with the Heat. They got Eric Spoelstra. He's already coached LeBron, like I said.
But that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, I know he may know LeBron, but
but he knows how to slow him down. He does. The Cavs, I'm telling you, Cavs are in trouble by the Miami Heat. Dion Waiters.
Like you said earlier, though, nobody in the East can guard LeBron except Kupo.
Yeah, nobody can. So that means you need a team who can all work together, have that kind of chemistry that's going to take down the Cavaliers. That's what Miami Heat's going to have this next season. They're ready to go. That's bottom line.
Because Stone
So I want to get away from the Cavs for just a second. I mean, we can still be talking about them. I have a feeling we're going to be talking about them some more. Because over these last couple of weeks, Carmelo Anthony wants out of New York. These are his 4 teams that have an option to get him. That have the opportunity to get him. The Oklahoma City Thunder would have to give up a lot to get him. The Houston Rockets realistically do not have anything to give him. the Portland Trailblazers, I don't know if they even have anything to give him. Give the Knicks is what I mean. Or the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have the most viable asset to the Knicks and who the Knicks actually want, but Carmelo does not want to go to Cleveland because he knows Cleveland is doomed from the start when he goes there. As soon as Carmelo goes to Cleveland, he signs a 2-year contract. LeBron leaves after the first year, and Carmelo's screwed back at Cleveland. So where is Carmelo going? Or where should he go? Or should he stay at the Knicks?
See, I believe Carmelo should go to the Rockets because they don't have a strong small forward. Melo already doesn't play defense, so that would work well with the Rockets thing. And Mike D'Antoni likes playing fast at a fast pace, and he only focuses on basically scoring, and that's what Carmelo is actually somewhat good at, is scoring. So
yeah, I mean, I agree with going somewhere where it focuses mainly strictly on offense. That is why I think he needs to try to find his way to go to the Portland Trailblazers. He has the talent there. He has Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, 2 new rookies. They already got Nurkic there at the center position. The Trailblazers have everything in place, and if they can add Carmelo Anthony, maybe get rid of someone like Maurice Harkless for him in a pick, Melo's going to be balling there. So the Blazers will be a much better team with Carmelo Anthony. They're going to add another shooter. Blazers right now are already one of the most prolific scoring offenses in the NBA, with arguably the best backcourt in the NBA. The Trailblazers would be dangerous. Honestly, I think it's smart for Carmelo to go to Cleveland. He doesn't want to because he knows LeBron's going to leave.
Yeah, that'd be the dumbest thing for him to go to Cleveland right now with all the talk and everything. But because really we don't know what LeBron's going to do. And like you said, Melo doesn't want to get stuck in the same situation that's like is because if Melo goes to the Cavs, signs a 4-year deal or so, and then LeBron leaves, he's just back at the Knicks basically. He's back at the Knicks.
See, and that's the thing Carmelo's afraid of, but we all know Carmelo ain't a playoff basketball player. He never makes it there. His season always ends early. So why not go to Cleveland and sign that 2-year contract and that you're at least getting 1 year and you're getting to the championship? Why not do it? Kyrie wants to go to New York. Sign the papers.
Because you got to think they're only looking at what would be best for them. The Cavs feel Kyrie is better than Melo, which I would actually probably agree.
Oh, Kyrie is better than Melo because if we look at Carmelo, he's honestly at best a great second option type player. That's why I choose the Blazers or the Cavaliers. LeBron can build Carmelo, I can promise you that. And they're good friends.
See, but also the thing is, Chris Paul is good friends with Melo too.
He is, but he should be a third option. Will Carmelo really like that? Carmelo says he will. He's never going to get the ball. Everybody knows Chris Paul and James Harden will constantly carry up that ball.
I don't think he doesn't really need to carry up the ball. All he has to do is just sit open and shoot a 3. That's all he has to do.
That's all he's really good at.
Why? Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you can shoot 3s, shoot 3s.
That's why I think he needs to go to Trailblazers. Trailblazers are one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the league. Go there. Why to Houston?
Because
so you can get less touches. Carmelo at the Knicks, he's always has the ball in his hands. And then he's going to go to barely not having the ball?
I just feel like the Rockets would be a better fit because the Trailblazers, they're at best they're going to be 10th seed. They're not making the playoffs again. Even if they get Melo, they're not making the playoffs.
Trailblazers are making the playoffs.
I feel like Melo should go somewhere where he has already a little bit of team chemistry established, where he could fit in well, no confrontation or anything. Like
that's the Cleveland Cavaliers where he needs to go.
He'd be stuck and be in the same situation he is right now.
He's only going to help the Cleveland Cavaliers, though. But imagine, who are you more scared? What are you more scared of if you're the Warriors? Are you more scared of LeBron, Melo, and Kevin Love? Or LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love? At least you got someone at the same height as LeBron to try to take down the big man of Kevin Durant.
Well, clearly the Warriors prove they're not afraid of Kyrie, Kevin Love, and LeBron.
Nah, Warriors are by far the best team in the NBA again. The issue is Melo needs to go somewhere he's going to be happy. That's not the Rockets. He needs to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Trailblazers. Carmelo's aging. He's getting older every single day. His time's almost up. He needs to go somewhere where he can go to the NBA championship. And we all know where that place is. Go to Cleveland. Okay. Sticking on the Cleveland topic. Kyrie Irving. This past week, all over the news, nonstop. Ignoring the Cleveland Cavaliers. Doesn't care to talk to LeBron. Wants out of Cleveland. Wants to go to New York. Irritated of being the little brother to LeBron James. And honestly, I think it's time for Kyrie Irving to go.
What do you think?
If he thinks he's good enough to go play by himself, go for it.
Well, where do you think you'd fit good in that? If he were to do that.
If I could choose my own team where Kyrie Irving could go, I think he needs to go to the New Orleans Pelicans. If they could somehow find a way to get Kyrie Irving there.
Who would they give the Cavs, though? That's what you got to say. Who would they give the Cavs?
That's the issue. That's why I say in my own world, because if somehow the Cavaliers would take True Holiday and some other player from the Pelicans,
that'd be worse than the freaking Paul George trade.
It'd be worse. But that's why I say in my own world, it's kind of dreaming, because imagine if you had Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, and DeMarcus Cousins. Kyrie Irving wants to be a role player. He's definitely going to be a role player at the New Orleans Pelicans because he's going to be dribbling with the ball. He has two twin towers who, by far, the best center power forward duo in the NBA. They'd be something in the West. I can say that much.
I think this. I already know I said LeBron should go here. But if LeBron doesn't go here, I think Kyrie should go here if he actually does get out. Excuse me. I think Kyrie should go to the San Antonio Spurs because he would fit well with Kawhi. He would allow Kyrie to bring up the ball every single time. Doesn't matter. Leonard doesn't want the ball all the time. He's a quiet player. Give him the ball if he's open. He's not unlike LeBron, who wants the ball, who wants the spotlight on him. Greg Popovich is a coach. Greg Popovich is a good coach. He would teach Kyrie what he knows. He would help him out. He would develop him more, and also it would be perfect because Ginobili and Tony Parker are getting old. So it's time to go out with, no offense to them, go out with the old, in with the new.
But that doesn't make sense to me. Kyrie wants to be the focal point. I get he's been in the league now for 5 years. He's won a championship. But is he really that good? Is he really that good?
See, I mean, I don't think he's that good to be on his own team. Like if he went to the Pelicans,
if he went to the Knicks where he wants to go, he's done.
Yeah, his career's
done. Knicks are
if
nothing.
You go to the Knicks, your career is basically done. Knicks or Nets, your career, I don't even know which one's worse. I mean, if you go to New York, your career's over.
Because if we remember when LeBron left Cleveland, what did Kyrie do there?
Nothing.
He got Cleveland to the 12th seed in the Eastern Conference. Never touched the playoffs. My Lord. Kyrie Irving got all these championships in Cleveland because of LeBron James. He gets the attention because of LeBron. He gets the shoe deal because he got the attention from LeBron. He got the ring from LeBron. Who do the Cleveland Cavaliers go to in clutch time with a minute left? They go to Kyrie Irving. What else is there to complain about other than I don't get more attention than LeBron James?
I think that's what he wants. He just wants attention. He wants to be a standout player, but I feel like he's in LeBron's shadow. But if you really think about it, if you have the ball on the NBA court, you're the spotlight. I mean, maybe you don't get the ball every play, but so what? You don't see any other player complain about not getting the ball every single play.
That's what we're talking about with Kyrie Irving. Why does he want to leave then?
I really just
it doesn't
feel
make sense.
it
He's
must
not
be
Russell Westbrook.
But okay, but so if it's that, I feel like it's something deeper that we don't know about. That's what I feel like. It's something. It has to be something deeper
It has
than
to be
basketball.
a friendship with LeBron or
Yeah.
something like that, because he's certainly not a Russell Westbrook. He looks up to Russell Westbrook because Russell Westbrook got a triple-double. He got the MVP. Well, Kyrie Irving ain't no Russell. I don't think Kyrie Irving can even do what Russell Westbrook does. I mean, he can go to the Knicks. See you later. He's going to be a 10th seed with Kristaps Porzingis. Knicks are going to be nothing. Still, if Kyrie goes there. He'll get seats filled in there finally. That's about it. I mean,
If Kyrie went to the Knicks, his career's done. If he doesn't stay at the Cavs or go to the Spurs, he's not going to fit anywhere else. Everywhere else has a pretty decent point guard already. They have a pretty good system established already. Like you said, the Pelicans for you and the Spurs for me. Go to places where you can still be on a good team, but and still have the spotlight on you, but also make it to the playoffs. Like, why would you want to go to the Knicks? What is in New York for you?
That's his hometown.
Yeah, I understand that, but you want to win more championships. You're a young player. You do not want to go to the Knicks.
See, but Kyrie Irving came out here and said he didn't want to be the little brother anymore. He wanted to be the focal point on the offense.
It doesn't
matter,
matter,
go to
man.
the Spurs. You're going to somewhere just like LeBron James.
But you got to think, Kawhi is more laid back. He doesn't ask for the ball. He just gets it.
Is he really? We haven't tested that. Kawhi's always been by himself. Sure, he came in the league with Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, but Kawhi Leonard respects those guys. Kawhi Leonard knew he was walking into a great situation with a great team, so he let them take control. But now it's kind of Kawhi Leonard's team.
See, I feel like Kyrie should just grow up and just do what he does best, play basketball, and just accept it that he is on the team with LeBron James.
He needs to stay in Cleveland. He needs to stay there one more year, let LeBron leave, and boom, there you go. You're the focal point on the Cleveland Cavaliers. If you go to Minnesota, you're definitely not the focal point. Jimmy Butler, he's better than Kyrie. Karl Anthony Towns, arguably up there with the best centers in the league. And who are the Cavs going to get the Timberwolves? The Cavaliers want Wiggins or Butler. You ain't going to get any one of them. You'd have to get Jeff Teague and somebody else. They don't want them.
Basically, bottom line is, Kyrie should stay in Cleveland. He fits well there. He gets the ball. He gets to the playoffs every year. There is no reason to leave.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why Kyrie became Kyrie was because he stayed in Cleveland and he is playing with LeBron James.
I see. This is what I feel like Kyrie thinks is going to happen. Because what happens when every other player goes to a different team, they win a ring. But Kyrie, you're not going to win a ring if you go to a team that doesn't make the playoffs. You got to go to a team that has playoff experience. You got to go to a team with a good coach, good organization, good other players. You cannot. You proved it when LeBron left Cleveland that you cannot do it by yourself. So why do you want to leave? There's no point to.
Kyrie, he has problems. He has problems he needs to solve. Honestly, he's not going anywhere. I think if he leaves, his career's over. He's going to be nothing. Unfortunately. Kyrie has problems. I don't think he needs to go to the Western Conference. Goes to the Western Conference, he's done. He's done. Because that is where all the best guards are. Is in the Western Conference. Think of another good point guard in the Eastern Conference that can top the top 8 point guards in the Western Conference. Besides Kyrie Irving and John Wall. Think of those two. Think any more. You can't. Isaiah Thomas, maybe. But remember, he can't play defense. Bottom line is Kyrie Irving, he needs to think about
The long run.
The long run and what actually got him to be Kyrie Irving today. It's because he's playing beside the best basketball player in the world. He can go to the Spurs. Same situation. I don't care. The Knicks have offered. Take Melo and take a first round pick. We'll give you Kyrie. Melo doesn't want to go.
Because Melo's smart.
So
Melo wants to go. Melo wants to go where there's a for sure stable environment, wins wins coming in, multiple seasons with the same people.
See, but that's why Kyrie wants out, because he knows it's not stable. But guess what? You're under contract. The Cavaliers have all the power to send you where they want. The Cleveland Cavaliers, if they were really rude, to be honest, he could go to the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, we laugh at it because it's true. The Cavaliers have all the power. Kyrie's being dumb. I don't want to be rude, but man, Kyrie's being an idiot right now. He can go to the Suns. Kyrie, Devin Booker, congrats. You're still going to be last seed in the West.
Basically, anywhere Kyrie goes, he's not gonna be this. If he, basically, it's either this, be second or equal if you want to say, or don't make the playoffs. If basically this is what Kyrie's going to think. I feel like this is what Kyrie's thinking in his head. Do I want to make the playoffs or do I not want to make the playoffs?
Well,
that's what he is.
Doesn't want to make the playoffs anymore.
Yeah,
I guess he's the second best option, just like Melo. He's a second player. He ain't no top tier player. Like, he ain't in the conversation with LeBron, Durant, and Kawhi Leonard.
I honestly feel like no one is, but still.
Anthony Davis you could throw in there. Anthony Davis is a monster.
Give or take. He has his games. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Anthony Davis, he's a bad man.
I don't know, but like he's Kawhi, Kevin Durant, and LeBron, they show up every single game.
Sometimes LeBron knows how to sit out games, too.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening once again. We just try to give you our opinions and our feelings about the sports and the situations that are going on in the sports world, and we just hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, leave comments, questions. We'd like to answer, and we'd like to respond back to those comments. Thanks for listening.
Peace out.
Peace out. Undefeated.